Hey guys, welcome to another video of DJ Bros. Today we are taking a look at Blender. Now, if you don't know what Blender is, it is a 3D modeling program in which you can do all kinds of stuff, from simulation to rendering images and so on. If you don't know anything about it, don't worry, I'll explain everything in the video. Okay, I'll put a link in the description if you don't have Blender, so if you're totally new to it, I can help you. Okay, first you start up Blender, and the first thing you see is this. Yeah, cube. Okay, the first thing you want to do is change it to the cycles render, which is a more advanced rendering system as the Blender render. Rather use that one, the cycles one. Now you say add and add a plane, scale it up by 8. You do this by pressing S and then 8, and it perfectly fits onto that grid over there. If you're wondering how I look around like this, you take your middle mouse button and you drag your mouse. You select things by right clicking on objects and and you move them by left clicking on this. You can snap them to the grid by holding down Control, and you can rotate them also by holding down Control. It gives you a more exact digit, which you can see at the rotation in the corner, and you can scale them. Also snap it to grid by pressing Control, or close to the grid, like skipping digits by 0.1. Okay, now what you do is we want to set up the light first. Okay, so we take this spotlight, we change it to a hemisphere, and you can preview this by pressing Shift Z, which will put you automatically into the rendered view, the rendered shading view, which you will get with the cycles render if you have selected it. Okay, so it will render like in real time, depending on how good your processor or your GPU is. Okay, so now you add empty, which you will find over here, and select plane axis. Okay, and that will be the empty then, where it will focus on, but not yet. We can't do it yet. I'll quickly remove the camera by right clicking on it and pressing delete. And now we add another camera. Pull this over here, put it up, press RX90, which will make it upright, and RZ90. We can just pull it over here, and to position it correctly, we can now simply go here, press active camera, but we can't really move it around, so you press N, you scroll down. You can scroll it down also by holding Shift, and scroll from side to side by holding down Control. You can also rotate by holding down the middle mouse button and dragging your mouse. Okay. Oh. Let's go back to here. Okay. I'll quickly put this down. Once you get out of this, you uncheck this button and press N because we don't want that. Okay. So now what we do is to make the particle system now, we add a plane, we drag it up, hold in control so it snaps to the grid, and now we can add a particle system by scrolling here and pressing on these stars, which are the particle system. You press on the plus button and we'll name this atoms, even though not really atoms. Okay, just delete this quick. We add a UV sphere, which will make a circle, a sphere, and we will use that object as the particle in the particle system. So you take this, you scroll down, and you select the object, which is over here, and now you simply select sphere. You scroll up again and you can customize the number of spheres, preferably a bit lower if you don't have a high-end system, because otherwise it will make it lag quite a lot. I'll make mine to 40. Change this. Okay, the particles will start emitting at the first frame and will be finished emitting at the 200th frame, but we want to see all particles at once, so we change this to 1, or rather 5, so they're not on one spot. Okay, press play, and there you have the spheres. You see they're a bit small, so what we can simply do is we scroll down to the OBJ and we can change the size here. We'll make this to 0.5. Yes. And now to make them individual objects, you just press Ctrl Shift A. And now they are individual objects. Just delete that plane, we don't need it anymore. Okay. Now to select the particles, we hold down Control and you press left mouse button, and you drag like a circle around this. Try to avoid other objects like the hemisphere, for example. Now you scroll down here and we go down to rigid body tools. Put that down. See, like this, and make sure you select a sphere by right clicking on it and then drawing a circle around it. Okay, so now we say add active. What this will do is that these objects will now fall down and add as a normal thing if object affected by the world and its gravity over here. Be careful if you have multiple objects and you want to change them to rigid bodies. You can't do it in here, you have to put it on this side. You can change like the bounciness of the objects, like how much they bounce up and down. Now to get on with the video, we press play, Wait. No, why is this not working? Yes, see. Just scroll back a few frames. Have our objects over here. So now they're nice and spread out, just what we wanted. We draw another lasso around it to be able to move them downwards. So there you have your spheres. And now just select this empty and go to the object data and change it to DOF, which stands for depth of field. We just change the name for so you know what the object is called when you're scrolling around over here where you can select the different objects. So now we select the camera by simply right clicking on it over there. We scroll to camera over here and we scroll down to focus for at depth of field and press focus on the DOF for the D-plane axis. Now you simply take your mouse, go to this corner, pull it to the side and select the node editor. So this is the node editor. Now you press add node tree, use nodes, drag this to the side, press shift A to add a filter, press defocus, and you can see here now we have a few options to see. As soon as you drag it in between these two boxes, it will connect these wires on either side. Now you take this button and you pull it to this side, this Z and this Z, you connect it together. You press Z buffer because of Z, and we'll quickly add the cubes as you saw in my pictures earlier on. Just add these cubes, press Ctrl C, Ctrl V to paste. We'll just say Ctrl V again, and Ctrl V again, and now we can quickly change the colors of these. We go down to material, say add new, we say color, green, and color, red, and we can say color, say yellow, and this one color blue. Okay, it's a weird blue. Okay, scroll up by holding shift, and now we can render this image by pressing render image over here. You can adjust the detail of this image over here. You say render and you can enter amount. Don't put it too high, otherwise it will take quite a long time. You will, once you keep it low, if you're just doing what we're doing right now, press render, and now it will render the image. Oops, just pull down these cubes quick. I mean these spheres. You select that, deselect, come on, okay, just, okay, cube, spheres, just do it like this, oh no, wait, is this thing now in the way? Okay, just pull it around. Okay, A, deselect everything. Okay, now we have this, we pull it down, and you can move around the depth of field here. Say we want to focus on that ball over here. So now the camera will focus on there. So you press render. We'll quickly. Why the hell is it? Okay, I don't know. Okay. Now it will render the image. You can see the spheres are still grey and the background too, but we'll change that in a sec as soon as it's finished rendering. Okay, so here we can now change the amount of depth of field. We'll change those to about 11 or a bit lower. You can see it starts to blur out. Let's put up to 10. I mean, lower, 3. Oops, why is it at 0? 3. This looks really good. So you can exit this by pressing escape. Now we can quickly change the color of the world in the background by pressing on the world over here. Go down to surface, nodes, and so use nodes, and you change the color. You can change this to a bit reddish over there. And this will also affect the background a bit. We can check here. Yes, I don't want mine to be too strong, so I'll put it down. Now we'll quickly change the material of the spheres to finish off. Select the sphere you used to make those particles. We now scroll to material, press new, and down you can change the color. Let's say we want to change it to green something. You can also say that the shading is smooth, so it's not that blocky. And as soon as you change things over here, the spheres over there will also change. So if you have this on, you can change the colors and you see they change too. Change it to green, let's say, and you can see how many samples it renders. You can go to here to the rendering thing again, and you can change the preview to 0, and now it will render continuously. It will go on forever, so it's quite nice. So now you can press render. It renders the image. See, now the spheres are nice and with nice smooth shading, and you see the noise over here. You can to get rid of this, you have to increase the samples, and that will take it longer to render. We'll just do a quick one right now. And now you can see the depth of field, and it looks beautiful.